Alright, as the opening suggests, I was gonna do something where I try to act like I'm opening this box from Cryptid Keeper, but how crazy. I mean, Dan from Catch 'em All? What? This is a really cool box. So shout out to Cryptid Keeper one more time. I just made this video, so I'm like, let's do a rip for Cryptid Keeper Wilderness Rip. And this shit for or two. So yeah, new zoo. Seems like people are interested. I wonder how many sets that they're gonna be planning on coming out with each year. Because if they just kept coming out with them boom, 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 one after the other, I think it could get exciting. But how are you liking it? So far, out of the box that we've opened, we've pulled the Piazza Bird, which is a real cool 3-star, and reverse over there, and then the Sun Wukong, which, yeah, I'm liking the new zoo. I haven't tried the game out, and I don't know. I'll make a separate video. Boom, hateful demise. Make a separate video, kind of about my thoughts. Old zoo. I mean, I will say that this stuff. For a second there, I was kind of like, you know, ooh, is this the old stuff? I really enjoy this stuff, and looking at, for example, one thing that kind of stood out to me was looking at Pokemon card prices for certain things, like what's going up, what's going down. It kind of seems like Golden Bear. There's one that made it in. It kind of seems like that vintage stuff, you know. The reason why those cards are so expensive is because of that style. I don't know, right? Maybe? Or is it all of the rarity? Because I noticed a lot of those cards that seem to be going up when others are going down are like these are like really dark, kind of like a dark Mewtwo or something. Not that it's all Team Rocket sets, but Old Man Winter. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I think, well, I'll go into that another time. I'll go into that in another video, I think. Just kind of pulling up the Pokemon cards that have been going up. I kind of just came across the video, and it's like, it's the Gengars, and it's the Dragonite, and it's like Charizard spitting fire. It's like this really just cool shit, you know what I mean? Like the way that they would put the entire, that's one thing that I will say I'm kind of missing about, you know, the old zoo, is that they would kind of fit it into the frame, the entire BC. But we'll see. You know, there are a bunch of cards that there we go, full hollow Chibi Bigfoot. Yeah, there's a bunch of cards that I like out of them, like including these two, and then this one. You know, I like to see a lot of the creature inside the card. I think if they cut off the wings too much, or they kind of, to me, I don't know. If we could compromise a little bit, maybe that would be the compromise. Yeah, I just skipped straight to this, but you know, sometimes I just sort through and look through bulk, such as Wilderness Bulk, so I will be enjoying the rest of the cards that are in this pack. Here, let's slow roll one of them just to do it. I need to get back to doing some rip and chills. Ooh, Iowa Dragon. This is the one to slow roll, baby. Let's see. Hope they put, I don't know if Iowa Dragon makes it, but he's cool. Let's put him back here. Alright, what else? What else is going on? So, The appreciation packs are pretty much all out. We have a couple straggler boxes that I haven't got a spot to send them to, but hopefully I can get them to those individuals. Who did the appreciation packs? There's the third Chibi Bigfoot. Funkle Slumpkin did one. Got one of these aliens because he was one of the ones that suggested I paint them like the Grays in the first place when I first 3D printed it, so figured one should go to him. And he did like a really cool mini tech deck, or he did like a tech deck version. What am I trying to say here? A mini Mothman on a tech deck, which is super sweet. He did pretty good on that. I'd like to see some other ones too. Who else? Zealous did one. Certainly enjoyed that. I think he said he got a couple cards that he needed. You know, if you're just opening everything and you have everything, I guess it'd be less of an effect. But you know, I was just trying to. I actually packed all those Rip and Chill envelopes up for myself to do streams from, like, you know, it's been a blast, honestly, watching everybody open on Bigfoot. Ooh. Yeah, old school Bigfoot before they shaved his face, before he got a haircut and got a job, before he started working at corporate. Who else did one? TMX did an opening, TMX Comics, and then jumped onto one of our live streams a while back and ripped the envelope. So that was cool. I think he got a first edition Sam Sinclair out of it. I don't even have a first edition Sam Sinclair. That was actually my first Jackalope full hollow. That box with all the CN1 packs was my first CN1 booster box. So there might be a box stopper out there too. I'm kind of, you know, and so far, no growth, no full hollow has been pulled. So still interested to see who gets the 1/1 full hollow. Who else did one? Heartbeat PM. Oh, what? Heartbeat PM TCG. Miss you. What? Mishu Pishu, Heartbeat PM TCG. Huh. You can't plan these things. You can't make these things up. Look at that. One of her favorites, I believe. Okay. So, Heartbeat PM also got one in Norway. That was cool to know that it traveled all the way over there. Got there safely. Cryptid Keeper ripped a box, and some other packs that I had sent. Didn't seem like his pack, you know, it didn't seem like it was a bad week. It would have been a bad Rip and Chill week. Unfortunately, he got some reverse hollows and some other stuff. But hopefully he got something that he needed. Hopefully he enjoyed opening it. Holy bastard. And who else? Another Cojito Aprendo ripped. Got his, ripped some stuff. I think he got the hobby card too, which was basically talk about whatever your hobby is, or talk about a hobby. And yeah, he nailed it. He was talking about TCGs the whole time, so that is a hobby. Who else got theirs? Yes, I still have 2 more to send out. Unless I'm missing somebody, I think that means there's 4 that I haven't heard back on. They don't have to make a video. Nobody has to make a video. I was just I'm interested in who gets the 1/1. You know, who got the full hollow. But so far, 6 down. Yeah, no full hollow. What else? Yeah, so I think my last video, besides the last one before this, which is probably going to be that box, which is awesome again, was our live stream. Funko Slumpkin and I and everybody else in the community was just jumping in there and hanging out for the first day of MetaZoo. I thought that went pretty well. Yeah, I think so. Last I checked, which I just checked obviously before this, I don't check very often, but I've been noticing the subscriber count has been going up. So I'm at 112, which, you know what, remind me, we're gonna get this sub counter back on the board. Yeah, so other than that, let's see, we have probably about 3 packs here. For anybody watching, yeah, I've just been working a lot. Yeah, do some programming, so been updating apps and releasing products left and right, working around the clock, getting contracts, making it happen. So excuse my absence. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get back to maybe a weekly rip and chill. Everyone's been inspiring me a little bit, and yeah, what else? There's been a lot of new ZooTubers also. A lot of new people ripping Zoo. I haven't been commenting on everything, but I try to like the video if I can, and a couple people I try to go back to and find them after, because I don't always watch them on the same device that I have Frostbite Labs logged into, and I can't find them. So hopefully, you know, there's a guy who did a video where he kind of like has this floor mat and this wind, I don't know, it was hilarious and I loved it. So hopefully that guy will be back making some more zoo content. I liked what he was talking about old video games and real interesting. So I don't know, I guess the word of advice is, just because people aren't commenting or, you know, liking videos doesn't mean they're not watching and enjoying. And also, you know, if people aren't posting videos, it doesn't mean that, you know, don't take too much from it. Sometimes things come up in life, you know how it is. All right, so decent box, right? That was cool that Heart BPM was mentioned at the same time this was pulled. We got the Iowa Dragon on the slow roll, and the Bigfoot, and also there's a cheapy Bigfoot in there somewhere. So, but yeah, I just, you know, there's something about this style. I love this style, right? And I don't know, maybe I'm getting old, but 1, 2 sub. I used to have a little bit more. We'll work on it each time. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.